The latest Battle Chasers Nightwar patch is available to download now on PlayStation 4, and it's bloody huge. We're not talking about the size of it either, we're referring to the massive list of changes and improvements that it promises. For those of you who don't know, the role-playing title has apparently been plagued by crashing issues and other technical hiccups on Sony's system. This update supposedly fixes many of these problems, and readjusts the balance of the game in a bunch of different ways. In short, patch 1.02 should improve the experience to a significant degree. Here are the gigantic patch notes. Anyway, greatly reduce the crashes. We're still working on killing them 100%. Nearly eliminate any video weirdness, pink videos, or videos playing black. Prevent save corruption. This was the one priority for obvious reasons, plus all of the same balance and quality of life fixes that are already live on Steam and GOG. Most notable is the grinding curve getting flattened a bit during mid-game. The blacksmith found a bunch of gold in his old apron. Cost to upgrade the blacksmith has been reduced to 500 grams for the first upgrade and 2,000 grams for the final upgrade. Vendors became a little less greedy and you can sell items to vendors for slightly more. Fishing comparison display is fixed. We figured actually seeing accurate numbers was a good idea. Perks should always unlock at level 6. If they didn't unlock for you, you should see them unlocked with this patch now. Getting into combat while interacting with the surveyor should no longer make you unable to interact with anything when returning from combat. The name description for the items required for Gully's ultimate weapon were flipped dragon scales and dragon heart. Phylactery smoothed XP curve for mid to late game to require less replay of dungeons to level up. A wider variety of items will be available as loot and chests, especially in early mid-game dungeons when crafting isn't as accessible. Increased gold acquired from creatures, chests, box crates. Also, fixed a bug where minor loot objects, crates, barrels, jars, etc. were giving too little gold outside of the first dungeon and Strongmont. Various typo fixes. Enchanting Shrine will be guaranteed to spawn in Path of Fangs and Dead Watch. Fix for a bug some people were encountering in which some of the hunt bosses, Sludge Mound and King Slime, never spawned and players became stuck. The room containing the Shade of Belivros in the Iron Outpost should spawn a loot more now. Fixed a bug in which Illumin would actually not join the party. We found him and forced him back in your party if he wasn't unlocked for you, and he should be appropriately leveled and not naked. Lissalot alpha trackers realize they should sometimes whiff their claw barrage attack and players will be able to evade its strikes now like any other attack. Also damage of it reduced slightly. Fixed missing name description for starting weapons for Nolan and Red Monica. New Game Plus. Fixed an error in 2 of Illumin's perks, Dark Mending 2 and Sanguine Embrace 2, adding 2x the healing. They should have Sneaky Illumin. Increased the base level of enemies and enemies around the dig on the world map will be appropriately leveled. You should be able to turn in the Vessel of War and Glorious Vessel of War now. If it was stuck for you, you will need to re-kill 10 enemies on your way back to the shrine where you turn it in. Though Mantle of Aramis has been changed, places a damage shield on Gully that absorbs damage. For the next 3 turns, anytime Gully receives damage, she will be healed. Clarification with the Defend 2 perk on Gully that specifies that the damage reduction is only when using Defense and immunity duration increased to 4 turns from 3 turns after a hero or enemy is stunned. Rebalanced crit damage perks. Fixed a bug with the Ring of Lost Love's Thorns value. Each hero's legendary weapon power has been reduced slightly. Still the best weapons in the game. This fix isn't retroactive, so if you already have the legendary weapons in that run, they will remain extra crazy. The final boss has grown in power. Masteries have been rebalanced across the board. Perks. Masteries that power up based on overcharge use have been rebalanced. Some of the pirate captains weren't spawning, but should now spawn normally. Fixed a bug that sometimes caused players to be stuck on the victory screen, especially against Lissalot bombers. Some bosses will keep a tighter hold of their purses, not letting you pickpocket key items from them. Fixed a bug that sometimes caused heroes who gained multiple levels at once to not receive all the perk points they should have. If you've been affected by this, you may notice some of your heroes have more perk points than they did before. Fixed a bug that prevented unpurchased hero skins from showing up in opening the bestiary in combat with a controller, sometimes caused it to auto-close. This has been fixed. Using Bon Xbox controller or OON PlayStation controller will close it. Keyboard always worked and hasn't been changed. Fixed a bug in which you can get infinite XP from the King Slime. We think that's a little too much XP. Arena rewards were sometimes not being awarded. This has been fixed, and if you have been affected by it in the past, when you complete another arena run, any unique items that you should have been awarded and didn't receive will be given to you. This means if you had been robbed of something that you could have gotten somewhere else like a flask, and you actually got it somewhere else, it won't be given, but key items like weapons, trinkets, recipes, quest items etc. will always be retroactively given. The boss of Deadwatch was incorrectly leveled inning on Mythic difficulty. Phew. Have you picked up Battle Chasers? What do you think of it? With any luck, well, have a review of the game up for you to read in the near future, but until then, pray that it doesn't crash again in the comments section below. Related games: Battle Chasers Nightwar PS4.